Hello everyone. In this session we are going to see the three components of cybersecurity. So what are these three key components of cybersecurity? So they are a people, process and a technology. So each of these components is essential in building a strong cybersecurity framework. So let's start with one by one. So first one is people. So the people in the cybersecurity, people plays a crucial role in cybersecurity. Imagine you work in an organization and connect an external USB drive that contains a malware to your computer, or think about receiving a phishing email with a malicious attachment or a link to an attacker's website. So what if a sensitive organization data is sent to an external email address like a Gmail or even to a competitor's email address, right? So these actions, what actions? One is connecting a pen drive, other one is opening a malicious attachments through a phishing email, or sending sensitive information from your email, the organization email, to an external email, that is a Gmail or the competitor's email address. What these actions which can cause a significant harm to the organization, right? So however, by providing a proper cybersecurity awareness training to an employees, which can learn to so the employees can learn to avoid these threats. So they'll know not to open any suspicious emails, not to click on any unknown links, and not to connect any unauthorized USB drives to their work or computers. These awareness. So the kind of awareness you need to create, the organization should create, which helps the organization to protect from various cyber attacks. So, and also organization should regularly conduct the awareness program to educate their employees about the cybersecurity best practices. This way the employees become the first line of defense against the different type of cyber threats. The second one is the process. So let's talk about what is a process. Having a well defined process. So having a well defined process is very essential for an effective cybersecurity program. For example, take a situation where one of your critical server is under attack. Without a clear process, you may not know what actions to take, whom we need to contact, or how to contain that particular threat. So if you don't know, if you have a proper plan, so that you can easily take an actions, right? So if there is a server is compromised, so you know what to take, what all the actions you need to perform. So whom we need to contact, right? What actions you need to take, right? So all these things how to contain this particular threat, right? So you have the process which defines all these things, right? So the process defines whom we need to contact, what all the actions you can implement it after the breach, and how we can contain the threat. So everything is there in your plan, right? So with this proper the process, if you have a well defined process for any sort of activities, or if any sort of cyber attacks, so that you can face those things, right? So this is where especially as we discussed just before, an incident response plans comes into the picture, which gives you an outlay, which gives you the step by step what actions you need to take, right? Which could be a RA containment. I mean, containment in the sense you need to stop the attack, and you need to remove the, or you need to eradicate, that is you need to remove the malware, or you remove the threat actor from the network, right? And then you need to recover, which is all specifies, it also specifies which teams to contact for task, all that. So the complete IR will decide, will have all that information. So through this process we can do that, right? So by following the well-defined process, you can quickly and effectively respond to a cyber threats and minimize the damage and preventing the spread of infection. So having a clear procedure ensure that everyone knows their role and can promptly you can promptly respond to the incidents, right? So that is about a process. So the next one is the technology. So where the technology is you know, in the security place, it plays plays a crucial role in the cybersecurity. So you need to have you know, the technology, the tools you need to implement, you know, the like what type of tools you need to implement, like you need to implement a firewalls, IPS and endpoint security solutions. The technology is talk about all these things, which provides what tools you need to implement, right? And after implementing these tools, it continuously monitor your infrastructure for suspicious activities. For example, a firewall can block unauthorized access, an IPS can detect and prevent a malicious or potential threats, and endpoint security can monitor your endpoint and protect individual devices from any sort of malwares, right? So this is completely talk about the tools and technologies you can implement for the organization. So as we discuss, each and every device like firewalls and IPS, endpoint security, have their own function which identify the different types of attacks and protect your organization from different sort of an attacks. So that is an importance of the technology. So also using you know, the encryptions ensure that the sensitive information is secure. So we will talk about the encryption part separately. Yeah. So this is all about the three components of cybersecurity. So here it's very clear, training and awareness, which helps to protect from different sort of attacks, like phishing attacks, right? So if the user are well trained on the cybersecurity principles, so they can know and they act as a first line defenders to stop major cyber attacks, right? So and the process wise, you should have a proper process. So like you have a proper IR, instant response plan, right? You have you have proper policies and procedures and audit governance and framework, so which is all will help you to avoid, or which stop the attacks, right? And the technology also, you have implemented a different sort of tools and technologies within your organization, so that you can stop the different sort of cyber threats. So all three are very important. So they are the key pillars for the organization. If you don't have a people, if you have a well defined technologies, you have a well process with you, but still if the people are not having a proper awareness, so that it's easy that the attacker can enter into the organization through a one phishing email, right? At the same time, if you have a well awareness people and good process, but you have no technologies, you have not proper technology, you have not implemented a proper technologies, like you don't have a firewall, so the attacker can easily come, or if you don't have IPS, so right, so they can easily exploit the servers, right? That's why the three plays a major role. That's why we are calling these three are the key pillars of cybersecurity, right? So that's it. We will be discussing the next session.